Hey everybody, welcome to Alternatives. Thanks so much for watching. We got another video for you. Yesterday I did the floor designs for my previous video, so if you could check that out, it'd be great. Please leave a comment down below what you think about it. Give me some ideas next. But today we are doing 50, what's it called? 50 things you could build in your house. So a bunch of ideas that kind of came up with on the spot. For previous or from previous builds or builds I've seen in other people's worlds that you don't really see around. So we're going to do it off one by one. We'll experiment on it. So this might be a little bit of a longish video, so I apologize in advance, but we'll get started. So this is kind of like a little sunk-in bed I pretty much use. Not too sure why, but I've seen a small amount of people make their beds like this. They didn't really bother to ask why, but I think it's pretty interesting because no one else has seen it. That's my husband, which is. Other ones are like kind of like more of a modern one. Like there's some like futuristic houses where like they have like a little wall lift up and or reveal like one of these mattresses. Well, this is what it would look like similar. Down here is like a pretty natural wood bed frame. This is what I build sometimes, like more richer houses that I make. This is all for creativity, different ways of seating. That one just really sucked, but I built that before. You know, more like a wardrobe chair, couch, high stool, chair, fish tank, pretty simple. TV with a mantle. Kind of made that one a while, but it's pretty simple. Now most of these, actually about 90% of them are mainly for indoors, but like towards the end of the between 30 to 50, we have a handful of them which are kind of for outdoors, and I'll show you that in a bit. So you can tell this is kind of like a cheap way of decorating your TV. Now we're getting into the couches, different ways of doing that. This is my most common one I make when I'm building a house. Hardly see those around unless I set a coffee table in front of it. Smaller couches, ones that you can lean your back on. Now for this, it makes it look like if you're like entering like a dungeon. You see, you just basically it's an iron frame with an anvil. It gives it more like of I can't think of a word for it, but more of a Viking type of architecture. Here is like more of a wall design. I usually put like anvils on it for kind of like the richer looking houses, especially for like longer hallways and stuff. And here, as I was saying, this could be like if you have enough time, or if you have enough space, you can actually put an indoor bowling alley. So I just throw that down. Sometimes it'll work, but I had to actually have like wooden pressure plates. Or what you can use is either wooden, or I think or the gold one for light, so you can drop objects on it. It would activate. The redstone underneath it isn't as looks simple on the outside, but when you actually have to do it yourself, it's kind of tricky. Like each one actually has their own special fireworks, so we'll just go through. One dropped, well, one landed on both of them actually. For some reason it did. And now each of them has their own fireworks. You can kind of code which one works. There's different type of furnace rooms, fireplaces. This one's for like outdoors. I know snow doesn't melt. Snow blocks don't melt, so that's pretty good. But maybe they'll change that in a future update, like T48 or 49. Anyway, this is like more of a like dinner table with the tablecloth on it. You just put wool on it. It's pretty simple to make. This is like for outdoor balconies. This could either be a table or like a fence for view, depending on what you prefer. Here's like kitchen cabinets, or you could just reach underneath, but still works either way. You know, sink, furnace, you know how that goes. Hidden painting room. I'm sure a lot of you have seen these before, but in case you haven't, It's pretty simple to make. All you gotta do is put a door, open it, crouch, and you put the painting over it. And it hides it like that. Here's like a garage workshop. You know, I don't really see people make it like this too much, especially like on YouTube. Like even those 200,000 view videos, you don't really see workshops like that around. Here's like a master bedroom closet. Generally it would be 2 stories, but I was kind of in a rush making this at midnight, so this is all kind of last minute. Here are like some door, yeah, like front doors, different ideas for that. Could have made more. Dog houses. Redstone dog house. Fake palm trees for like whatever the occasion is. Or like if you're not interested in mat building, you see those a lot. Bedroom design here. This one was kind of inspired by Pandemic. What's your name again? Well, previously it was Pandemic, gave me the idea, and I actually like this, so I use it more often. So shout out to him. Shower design. That's the drain. Place for a jukebox. You could add redstone, you know, if you want into it. But that's for a different time. Toilet. My most common one I use is this one, but I see that one too. Trash cans. Out in here. That one's more of a hidden one, but here's like general one. Just throw that in there. I have like a chest, double chest under there. Just go ahead and close it. Refrigerators. I'm putting nothing in it, but I prefer this one. It's more of a more simple. I don't really like to see the dispenser behind it. Porch, simple porch design. Nothing too fancy about this one. Exterior wall design, if you're like for bigger homes. This is what I would prefer to use for this one, is like exterior kitchen design where you add like a window. You can actually, you know, if you're washing dishes or whatnot, you can look out and see like a beautiful blue flower blocking the view. It's amazing. Brain. This one's a little more complicated to make, but if you just shove it. It's you place. I'll show you how to make it. Get 3 layer snow, so you do it like that. 1, 2, 3. You get your armor stand. You place it down, and you get a wooden, or you get a not wooden, just a regular leather cap, paint and dye. You add it to it. And from here, I just put, you know, a little piston work. I prefer polished andesite for the first one, but it used to be simpler, but since this new update, it kind of made it a little more tricky. So you get like a piston, whatever way before activating it. For this one, you might wonder what I'm doing, but maybe I had to figure it out this way for it to work. You need 2 pistons, just so it doesn't come back up. And there's a block here. I don't know why I did that. Run it down one more time. See, like sometimes it'll come back up, even if you're doing it properly, but so it even chances it with the regular one. How about this? It's not a guaranteed work every time, but it increases the chance if you do it this way. Oh, I pushed the piston down, so okay. Like sometimes it'll come up, but on the time that it doesn't come up, you just shove a piece of glass on top of it, because that's how you know you did it right. Here's like a very annoying trap. I'm sure you guys seen this before. I don't really want to try it out, but really you step on the wooden pressure plate and it pushes the piston up pretty quickly where you can't escape. It's for mods specifically, but unless if you turn off you know, the privileges, that's there's no way of escaping that. And for my last piece, it's like a garden design, like backyards. It's not really too fancy, but because I've seen like some of the Japanese gardens where they have sand in it instead, and like pink trees, or cherry trees, cherry blossom and whatnot. Those are really nice, and I haven't really figured out how to make those yet. But on coming videos I will. And this is really gonna wrap up the video. So thanks for watching the whole time. Now I'm a little boring person to talk over, but if you happen to manage to go through all this, hear me talking the entire time, I do appreciate that. Please give this video a like, it really helps it out. You don't have to subscribe, but I do appreciate the effort put towards watching this. I guess that's it. Like my little dragon mask. I've seen people put the Elytra wings on and it fires fireballs like the regular Ender Dragon does. Well, actually no, I think those are explosive. Anyways, well thanks for watching. Click subscribe for more content like this.